Okay, so after thinking a slight bit, I remembered that Weyze mentioned that she had bite marks on her neck.
Everything was better
So,
before the new
the only way to get close enough to see that will be to have sex with her.
Yes?
It's all downhill from here.
I'd like to spend the evening with you.
With pleasure, white-haired one. But you must first make a contribution to the House of the Night. A mere 500 orens.
That's expensive. But we have a ring.
Regular customer? 300 orens with the discount.
Do we have that much? Let's just pay. We've got what we needed from our money, so.
Thank you. Follow me.
I wanted to experience this fantasy of mine.
Patience. First a hot bath, then your dreams will come true.
So, we have now acquired this trading card. Very lewd trading card. But a trading card nonetheless. What the hell? So, we saw the marks on the girl's neck. Okay, so time to go and tell him. I had to give her a shag to find out. Who cares? So there we go. Whatever. Back when the game came out, there was a lot of scrutiny regarding the sex cards, as they're called. Because, you know, you would see naked women or scantily clad women. And that being, I think, mainly the American releases of the game or whatever. For a long time, or initially at least,
Yes?
the cards were censored.
There's a blue-eyed courtesan at the whorehouse.
My sister would never degrade herself so.
I have proof. I saw fang marks on her neck, just as you described.
How did this happen? She must be under some spell, that of the vampire who bit her. Perhaps she too has been transformed.
Maybe.
Witcher, you must help. The vampire clearly haunts the brothel.
I'll do what I can.
But we also know how vampires work. You know, they do have some mind-altering abilities, if I recall correctly, but they don't turn other people into vampires, because they're space aliens, and you can't change someone else into a space alien.
The neighborhood has lost choice.
But yeah. Before, back 2007. So, let's see. Wait, medallion is going slightly wobbly. Right. Very wobbly. See, technically we are just below the Lady of the Night. This range, yep. She's the one who's making the medallion go wibble wobble.
You wish to ask me something?
A vampire haunts this house. The marks on the neck of one of the girls. Well, we know it's her. Our medallion's humming. Or vibrating. But, might as well be upfront.
A vampire haunts this house. The marks on the neck of one of the girls.
I can name quite a few ordinary animals that leave marks such as those.
The girl's brother believes she would never work in a brothel of her own free will. He believes she must be spellbound.
And you believe that? Don't be naive. The girl lives like a princess here. She wears the finest silks,
Clients sell their estates to spend a single night with her. She enjoys servants and comforts you couldn't dream of. Her brother wished to give her in marriage to some old fool with hemorrhoids larger than a... no matter. She, on the other hand, desires to be a princess of the night, an eternally beautiful forbidden fruit. Vizima's dream.
What are you talking about?
I sensed that when I drank her blood. What are you looking at? Yes, I'm the vampire who haunts this house. Yet I never kill. Blood energizes me, like alcohol does humans. In any case, I've never hurt a soul.
This is nonsense.
My daughters and I drink our customers' blood. We never kill. Their blood pays for our services. Everyone profits.
And the blue-eyed girl?
She summoned me herself. In her dreams, fantasies, she yearned for freedom and eternal beauty. We're not monsters, Geralt. I'll offer you a deal. One night with my daughters in exchange for peace. For forgetting this entire matter.
And if I don't consent?
Someone will die. You, me, the blue-eyed girl? Would it be right to choose death? Even the death of a vampire?
Witches slay monsters, vampire, nothing personal. Well, they also don't kill sentient creatures who aren't outright hurting anyone, should they? By all means, I see no reason to murder these, especially if, in the lore, we've seen an Alp, which was of the higher with the lowercase h vampire. Those are more or less feral. These ones, they are completely sentient. They are by all means capital H higher vampires. You don't mess with those. And having that blue-eyed girl married off to some guy with hemorrhoids who's fat? No. Let's not go with that. We'll agree with the vampires. They are A-OK. Or these ones are, seemingly.
You win. I'll leave you be.
Come, dear daughters. Time to show the Witcher the source of all legends about the House of the Night.
Don't need the sex, just didn't want to kill them. Yeah, that's a huge difference. But we did consent. Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
I work too much.
Oh, and now he's here.
Traitor! I knew I shouldn't trust a Witcher!
Why this intrusion, knight?
I had you followed. You've consulted with a vampire, and you'll die with her!
Don't do anything stupid. No one needs to die here.
You have proven yourself the stupid one, Witcher. Now reap your punishment.
Stop! You don't stand a chance against us.
Us? My dear sister, we are here to save you, to lift this evil spell that binds you.
There is no spell. Your sister is here of her own volition. She was unwilling to spend her life washing dishes and spreading her legs for a rotting old man.
Enough lies! Attack!
Wait.
She's right, there's no spell. Your sister chose. Seems to be the right thing. Objectively correct. Figure this out, the two of you. This is none of my concern. Well, technically it is, Geralt. You've become involved. I'm a witcher. Witches slay monsters. At least they're sentient. Even if the ones that aren't the lady of the night, if they're only, what's it called? Seem to be Bruxa, based on the appearance. Again, it might also just be a stylistic choice from the developer's side. I don't know. But there's no spell. And as usual, the common theme in The Witcher is that humans, aka normal people, are sometimes, usually actually, the real monsters and not the things that are just following their nature. Or sometimes the outsiders, ones that are slightly different, who also just happen to be monsters also to drive a point through. Those are actually A-OK once you get to know them. So she's right.
She's right. There's no spell your sister chose.
Witcher, you just dug your own grave.
I may indeed have dug one, but not for me.
Huh. So, Brooks are help. Okay. Actually, it could stop. Come on, group stop. Okay, strong stop. It's just on you. They're just straight up on you for the group stuff.
I regret this had to end so. These men doubtless promised you gold. I could grant you a share of my profits.
What now?
Now, business will return to normal. We simply need to clear the corpses.
And the girl?
She'll do as she pleases. We'll let her rest for a time.
So there was no spell?
How should I know? I cast none. Spells can often be hard to distinguish from fascinations.
I killed humans, and I should be killing monsters.
The lesser evil, Geralt. You must choose it at times to avoid the greater evil that lurks in the darkness.
Indeed. And we've got some money and a level up. The secret of these James Hobbs bang again. Reminds me that in the books, I think it's mentioned once or twice, maybe. It's the Holy Sword of the Order. It's a Holy Sword, what does that do? 10% damage, so if we did not have this one, our red meteorite sword, this one would have been better. Interesting. Yeah, that high vampires, Capsule H, good indeed. Reese good at least. Assume a bit more monstrous shape to fight. So that might also just be a case of what happened here. We'll take the candy and we'll eat it just to speed up our regen. Not because we're a different kind of one from that one. 10 of those. Maybe we can sell it somewhere. The lesser evil and the other things I just spoke about just before. That's what's going on. Let's save over another save. It wouldn't surprise me if, again, vampires, they don't really have any complete established lore in the books, other than the lesser vampires, beasts, higher vampires, sentient beings, and extremely dangerous.
It was my first time witnessing a witch's sword in action. I've no desire to see more.
Your brother is dead.
Finally, he got his just desserts. That fool nearly ruined my life.
No regrets?
None. You have no idea what horrors I experienced before escaping him.
He'll torment you no more.
Thank you, Witcher. Thank you for your humanity.
Save deleted. Comedic timing there. Enjoyable little quest. Befitting something that would happen in a short story. One of the short stories. Which is also where the Witcher, in many ways, shines in the short stories. Before Sapkowski got tired of writing, and Geralt himself is also, in many's opinion, he is a character best fitting in the short stories because he was made for that. So Vaskava Salamandra, you go to Shani about the hospital and snatch the kid, snatch Alvin, or teeth for the dentist. But no, cognitive contract and wooden contract. So we'll be going to the swamp. Is what I'm thinking we'll do first. The Elven stuff also seems to be the more... Well, actually, first, let's go and sell some stuff. The Elven stuff seems to be the more personal side of things.
Another century. Care to see my wares?
Even though it is a very nice looking sword, gotta say. Not that much. Sparrow Groomstone. This for the rainy day where we really need something better than a diamond dust. Find that general goods vendor. Or salesman. It's on the market right now, so I suppose we go there and shout off and stuff.
White?
Even in the sorceries, in the first sorcery collection too, I believe, Geralt spares the life of an elf, also the Brookser, one of the two, because a guy who's cursed to become a big, bad-looking man truly loved her, and she really loved him as well. Consult him.
Welcome, noble beverages and other goods.
Just what we need to sell. Let's see, yep. Sell some of these since we can pick up more of those. Local pepper vodka. Nice potion base. It's also a potion base. And the chicken sandwiches. There you go for 4 each. Might as well sell them for whatever we might need. 94 silk. Nothing in the barrel. Nothing useful. Zerrikanian trader. Interesting.
Exotic goods from Zerrikania, fragrant with roots.
It doesn't look especially Zerrikanian. You need to craftsman about that.
If you're drawn to the secret arts, especially alchemy, you're certain to want my wares.
No, we just need to find someone to sell a diamond to. Coal seller.
I'm no seller. I'm meeting my business partners here.
Merchant, he sounds pleasantly generic.
Geralt of Rivia, I presume.
Who wants to know?
I have a message from mutual friends. Don't meddle in affairs that do not concern you.
I have a message for these mutual friends.
Go on.
Tell them we'll meet soon.
They'll be ready.
Spooky. Arms dealer?
Finally, someone who'll appreciate my wares.
He sells a bit of everything. Someone who'll actually buy a gemstone. Also give it off as a gift. It's a very valuable item. Wood trader?
A wink was that? Plow secrecy. All know I sell information. What'll it be?
Thanks. Goodbye.
Bruce, I didn't want it. Bookseller, he's the last one we haven't tried out.
A good book, perhaps.
Also, in the books, when Geralt spared the vampire, he also did after having all of his ribs crushed by one of those scream attacks. But all things considered, I do not regret the decision we made because it was the right one. By all means, the lesser evil. And again, though Geralt has amnesia, he still has a fascination with doing what's right. To the Swamp Tower. Oh, it's loud. Gator water. Our axe is better. So. Oh. On the menu, we now have a quick save. And we'll delete this one. And we now have the place of power and the wyverns. And those are our first concern. Some more of the green from the selling bean. Then we'll check out the camp, which used to be full of squirtle, but now the salamanders are there. The order cleared them out. The salamander, these are, I don't know. Kikimore warrior. If we can avoid fighting it, I would be mightily pleased. Because we don't need to fight it. No, we have all the royal wyverns though. And they are the big bad boys here. So we'll be saving here once more. Come on! At least we're tearing through it now. Okay, so we will eat a mutton leg first. Then we will save the game again. And then we'll start preparing for taking out the wyverns.